So let's get into some of the resources that are available, some of the meat that's out there. Once again, I'm only going to give you free resources. I don't want you to have to pay money for these resources or anything like that. I want you to be able to access these. And some of these you may know, and some of them you may be hearing for the first time, but a lot of great stuff that exists out there to help fuel your 3D printing usage in the classroom, okay? Or at home. Yeah, and I'm gonna kind of show you these not through a presentation, but through the actual resource itself, okay?
Awesome.
So there is a multitude of great resources that you can utilize in a school space, in a maker space, in a classroom, whatever it may be, to help kind of keep that 3D printer active, right? We want that thing running. We want students to be exposed to it. We want them to see it in action. We want them to get inspired. Okay, so Thingiverse is probably the most common one. It's a website. Think of it like a Amazon, for 3D models, except all these are free. You can go on here and you can type search terms. You can go search through categories. You can go to the, I don't know, most popular ones, whatever it may be, and find models that you can print. All these you can just click into it. If you're like, hey, this little fidget traffic cone is pretty cool, you can go down and click the files. You can download this model and you can send it directly to the 3D printer. Okay. So it's a really fun, easy way to either get a template for something that maybe you're designing and creating, or just come up with cool ideas that you can use in the classroom, at home, whatever it may be. There's also a website called My Mini Factory, which is very similar. So Thingiverse and My Mini Factory are probably the two if you're taking notes here, where you can find a ton of great models that amazing designers have uploaded for free. The second one that I love sharing, just because I've used it so much and we have some really cool stories about how schools have used it, is called lithophane maker. Okay. It's lithophanemaker.com. Why I love this is you can go on here and they have all these lithophane kind of templates. So it allows you to take a 2D image and turn it into a three-dimensional print that sort of brings it to life in a different and unique way. So this one right here is pretty cool. It's like a lithophane globe maker. We actually had a class that was doing a history project, and the students had to create or find an image that depicted this kind of historical moment that they were talking about with their classroom. And they ended up turning those into these like globe lithophanes because they had a 3D printer. And this was around Christmas time, and they actually made a Christmas tree of history moments. And it's just a really cool way to kind of use the 3D printer, use it in kind of a non-traditional class. Most people don't think of 3D printers in history, and create something that was really powerful and spectacular for them. So yeah, really cool website. Check it out. Lots of great resources in there, and it's really fun to use and make these kind of lithophanes with a 3D printer. Third one is called Doodle 3D. Okay, Doodle 3D is very simple. You go on here, doodle3d.com. It's free. It's easy. I can draw my name, or I can draw an image, whatever you want it to be. I don't know. You can play around with it, right? And my friends call me Braid, so I can do Braid. And then I can just take this model and I can save it as a file, okay? After I'm done drawing it over here on this side, okay? You can change some of the different things on it. You can erase it. You can do a lot of different stuff with it, but it's a really easy way, especially for like younger students in elementary, to be able to kind of design and create very simplistic items by just drawing. Or if they have like iPads or any touch devices, they can do it with their finger as well. So once you're done, you just click this little save icon up here and you can save that model or that file, and then you can send it to the printer. Another one that I know there's a trend for AI. I know everyone wants AI implemented into their lives. Well, there is a great AI tool for 3D modeling. Okay. This is an area where I said AI was going to impact 3D printing and 3D design. Like one of the biggest changes will happen in that space. So there's one called Meshy. I've used 10 different AI design tools. This is the best one I found. So you don't need to go and search through all of them. Go to Meshy, sign up. You get like 200 free credits. I think every time you generate a model or a prompt in there, you use like 10 credits. So it's free for a while, and I think it refills over time. But you can go in here and type like house that looks like the White House, whatever you want it to be, right? And then you click generate model, and it will start building you a 3D model. Now it takes a little bit of time here to actually, you can see over here, it's generating the model now, but it's a really cool way to kind of use creative prompts to create 3D models. Now, once you've created those prompts, you can and the model's been created, you can take the model off this platform and you can bring it into a separate software and like mess with it if you want to. The reason I wouldn't go directly this route is because you want students to understand how to build stuff first. Okay. I got my AI model back for the White House, so I
Oh
wanted to show
yeah,
it to everyone. So it does
that
take
is
about a
cool.
minute or two to actually do that, but yeah, you can.
It generated all four of those options actually.
Yep. And you can pick which
Yeah,
option you want to like move forward with, and it will kind of perfect that model once you picked it. So I would
that's
probably
very
move
cool.
forward with this one. This one looks like kind of the best looking to me.
Yeah,
So I can pick that, and then it will kind of like mess with it and texturize it and all that stuff. So it makes it a really nice model. Last and not least, if you want to go beyond just printing plastic and other items, there is a website called Sculptio, which allows you to take a model you've already created. You can upload it into here and you can choose from like 100 different materials to print it in. So if you want to do it in gold plated materials, things like that, it'll create kind of like a finished model. So a lot of students you'll see will gravitate towards design. They'll make really cool stuff, but they'll be like, oh, I want to make it in gold or whatever. And you're like, well, we don't have gold. And I'm talking about like real gold plated, looks like an actual gold piece. And so Sculptio would be kind of where we would direct them to go and take their models they've made and kind of, build it in a new material. So a little bit about our program right here, right? We have like two different models of 3D printers. We have the training and certification course for teachers. So it really helps the teachers that have never used 3D printers. And then we have access to this mystemkits.com with over 450 lessons. They all have standards driven lessons, all that stuff. So NGSS and state. So we're going to dive a little bit into it. But once again, the point of this is to make teachers' lives easier when they're confronted with their 3D printer. With our 3D printing program, you get access to mystemkits.com. If you already have 3D printers, I said it's mystemkits.com is compatible with over 75 different brands. So you could use your 3D printer and just get a license to MyStemKit. With MyStemKits, you actually can link your 3D printer into the platform. So you have like they have a relationship together, right? Link your 3D printer into MyStemKits, then go into Browse Kits, and the hundreds and hundreds of models and lesson plans we have in here. You can send these models directly through the platform to the printer. You don't need any other software or anything like that. It's all cloud-based. Boom. If you want to print, these salamanders, if you want to print a catapult, stuff like that, we have them all built into this platform. Okay. We have lessons down here that are all NGSS and state aligned lessons. And then if you want to print this catapult, you can just click print. You can send it directly to the printer and it's going to start printing this catapult. If I just select this printer, it's going to send that file off to the thing and you're going to have a catapult in, I don't know, maybe 45 minutes with our new printer or less. If you're more comfortable, you can just go straight into our design challenges and just focus on doing design. Okay, we have K to 12 design challenges that are educational as well. So we have a
yeah,
whole bunch of design challenges and we're growing the design challenge library as well. And all these design challenges have a very easy format, but we use Tinkercad to do the design challenges. It's all shape based. You can bring models into here. You can start manipulating the size of the models. You can, I'm building like, say, a little house here. I can start creating my little house and, all that stuff. So it's a really simple software. Students will pick up on it very easily. And this is kind of the beginning stages of them becoming an engineer, right? Designing and creating their own products is doing it this way. Okay, so I built my little house. Maybe I want to put a little chimney on it, right? So there's really simple ways of using this software to create models and, do an actual design challenge. So you can use the design challenges we have in my STEM kits, or you can simply prompt students to develop something. Maybe it's something in your particular area or city that is important or something that maybe could help the city that they can design and create.